It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Monday morning. It is December the 1st, the weekend that was. Let's just keep it in the rear view. Holy smokes. I'm so glad to be back on a Monday morning along with Paul Fletcher.
I got to say really quick, a shout out to Connie at the Walgreens in Monticello. I was on the search for a very specific Christmas ornament, and not only did she help me find it, but she also listens. So thanks, Connie.
And a girl, Connie, way to come through.
Yeah.
Ryder.
I set the bar really low for us being off, and I didn't achieve most of those goals.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like crawling under a low bar as you just beg for sleep to overtake you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Fair enough. We can look back here and there throughout the night, but you know what? It's Monday morning. We're already off on the right foot. I need to know what's happening right now. Art as it happens, life and how to live it. Paul Fletcher, please. I'm feeling Minnesota. Give me some headlines.
We are about to get our winter skin for the season. Get ready for the Clipper Wave Train because it's coming to Minnesota. Most of us got fresh powder on Saturday, and it won't be going anywhere anytime soon. National Weather Service says we'll stay in the 20s, but then Thursday, the first clipper comes through, which means we likely start the day below zero.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's that time.
That's a good day to travel. Good thing I'm going to New York on Thursday.
That's right. And they are legitimately calling this thing a Clipper Wave Train.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So we're going to get a few of them in time.
What, Clipper, like Alberta Clipper?
I'm guessing.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't really specify, but I've never heard Clipper. I've lived here my whole life, pretty much, give or take a couple of years. I've never heard Clipper Wave Train before as an official term.
I thought you were going to tell me about an actual train that was coming through and would have like Santa on it or something.
Yeah, no. A burglar in Maine enjoyed an early Christmas last week when he broke into a family's apartment and unwrapped their gifts. Police in Bangor say 50-year-old Jose Harvey climbed into the apartment through a bathroom window and unwrapped Christmas gifts before falling asleep on the couch. A resident found him fast asleep and said he refused to leave. Police arrived and placed him under arrest. Harvey told them he had no idea why he was inside the apartment, and he is now charged with aggravated criminal trespassing.
Okay, have either one of you ever woken up somewhere that you did not intend to be asleep, or even worse, had absolutely no idea where you were?
I mean, I've woke up somewhere where I didn't remember being like, why am I here? But that's because I had a few too much to drink.
Well, that's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm getting at. Not like a psychotic break. I just mean you drunk yourself into how the hell did I get there?
Drinks and other things, sure.
Yeah. I've had a few where I woke up and not only was I surprised to be there, I didn't know where there was. And had to ask a few questions and act like I wasn't a buffoon. Greatest ever. A member of my band once woke up wearing a bathrobe. We were crashing at my friend's apartment, and she said, "Where'd you get that robe?" He goes, "Isn't it yours?" She goes, "I've never seen that in my life."
Uh-oh.
So he had been out working the apartment complex late at night drunk and had no idea which woman's bathrobe he came back with.
That's fantastic.
That was good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
No one was harmed. No, we tried to find out. We did our due diligence before fleeing the state to make sure he hadn't done something horrible.
He kept the robe, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, great. Guns N' Roses will release 2 new singles tomorrow, Nothing and Atlas. Slash previously hinted at a new Guns N' Roses album, stating there's so much material at this point, it's a matter of having the discipline to sit down and effing get into it. Slash emphasized that the album will come together organically, saying it'll just happen when it happens. Apparently, they're more disciplined when it comes to hitting the road. They'll be, of course, on the road in 2026, stopping here in August.
Imagine that. Slash goes, "Hey, I'm going to play this. Here's a part. What do you think?" And he plays 2 chords, and Axl's me like, I don't know. I think you should go to the minor chord. No wonder they can't make a new record.
He sounds like that character from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer old cartoon. Remember the guy that screamed? I don't remember which guy, though. He was the dude that was in charge of all the elves. Remember him or no?
Santa?
Old school.
Was Santa in charge of all the elves?
No, he wasn't. He's Santa. He's the CEO.
Was he
oversees
the mean
everything.
elf?
Yeah, it was the mean elf. You don't remember this? From the old school, the animatronic thing.
Give me Yukon Cornelius or get that. Same show.
Whatever. All right. How's your fridge looking? If it's still a game of Tetris to maneuver Tonight's meal should definitely be a Thanksgiving leftover buffet. No one wants to toss food, especially with food prices these days, but technically today is the last day to eat your Thanksgiving leftovers. Most foods can last 4 days in the fridge. After that, you could get sick. You could also put them in the freezer, I suppose.
You could.
Yeah.
Overachieving. All of my Thanksgiving leftovers are gone.
Give yourself a ding.
There
Man.
we go.
I want a ding, too. I ate the last of the leftovers yesterday.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Nice job.
Absolutely. Super good. Can't let that crap go to waste.
No, not a chance.
A new Wallet Hub analysis ranked 182 U.S. cities by sinfulness, comparing everything from violent crime and theft to gambling, adult entertainment, substance use, and vanity-related Google searches. I regret to inform you, Ryder, Minneapolis landed at number 47.
We got to keep each other warm in the winter. There's got to be some sinfulness there.
Vanity-related Google searches?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
I love that.
What is that?
I don't know. Just sounds fun. It's sinful is what it is.
Okay. Vanity. I mean, is that like people Googling themselves with vain? I'm confused.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not really sure what a vanity-related Google search is, but I know it's not good. And Minneapolis does a lot of it, apparently.
Don't mind telling you, the first thing I ever Googled was Steve Gorman. The first time I ever used, because someone said, go to this thing, it's called Google, and enter anything, and you'll find out. And he goes, just put your own name in. I go, what? What are you talking about? And I put in Google, Steve Gorman. And then it came up like, a couple things. And I was like, it was not, sadly, it was not my dentist. No, but I was like, huh.
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
then all these years later, it's like, yeah, well, okay. That was interesting.
Now it knows everything.
Now I'm one of those vanity Googlers.
I guess
That's
so.
right.
Damn it.
Yeah. So, you know what? Still, 47 is not so bad. By the way, St. Paul, much more innocent at 127 out of 182.
That's the
That
Irish.
checks out.
They keep it
Yeah.
all behind closed doors.
I know.
Tell you all about it.
Go to bed at 5 o'clock in St. Paul. What are you going to do?
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's hurtful. That's right after dinner. Today is the 20th anniversary of Cyber Monday, the online retail event created by the National Retail Federation back in 2005. Last year was the largest online shopping day in U.S. history, responsible for an estimated $13.2 billion in online retail sales. By the way, last year, between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m., the busiest time, consumers spent roughly $15.8 million per minute.
Damn.
Wow. So
Who are these people? I don't have any money to spend.
Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
So does Black Friday even matter anymore?
It's really Black Friday. It's Cyber Black Friday at this point. Like, it's crazy. It's kind of rendered the same story. Talks about how Black Friday has become so cyber that it's rendered Cyber Monday relatively obsolete.
Wait, which one's obsolete?
Cyber Monday is becoming obsolete because Black
just
Friday has
shopping on the
become so
internet.
But
online.
you just said Cyber Monday was the biggest shopping day ever. How
Last
can it
year,
be
but
obsolete?
It's what I'm just telling you what the article says. It's growing.
Okay.
It's growing. The e-commerce on Black Fridays is growing to a point where it's making Cyber Monday become. I don't know. Maybe we're spending even more on Black Friday. I don't know.
Imagine all those knuckleheads who were buying stuff on Saturday and Sunday. The hell were they thinking?
Knuckleheads is
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
We're mad Thursday. Needed something so bad Thursday, you couldn't wait for Black Friday. Judge Matthew Thornhill of Missouri, a massive Elvis Presley fan, has agreed to leave the bench after being issued a 6-month unpaid suspension for playing the singer's music during hearings and wearing a plastic Elvis wig while on the bench. The Commission on Retirement, Removal, and Discipline cited Thornhill for speaking about politics on the bench, but focused primarily on his Elvis fandom, noting that he would wear the wig near Halloween, play Elvis music, and mention the singer's birth or death dates during proceedings. Thornhill used his love of Elvis to add levity and relax litigants, but he acknowledged that it could affect the integrity of the proceedings. The commission found that Thornhill's reference to Elvis violated the rules of order and decorum and promote confidence in the integrity of the judiciary.
If I'm a defendant in his courtroom and he's dropping that crap, I just go, Judge, you know he died on the crapper, right? Full of pills, didn't take a dump for 6 weeks. That's literally what I'd say.
Yep.
Don't bring that crap in the courtroom. What's the matter with you? It reminds me of the fact that my mom, I remember hearing these words from my mom when I was a teenager. Oh, no, honey, he wouldn't do that. He's a lawyer. Talking about somebody that was accused of something.
Sure.
I was like, and even at 15, I was like, I don't think my mom quite keeping up with all the ways that lawyers get away with things.
Yeah.
I'd seen enough LA law to know that. Anyway.
A startup company in California is rolling out beer brewed from recycled shower and laundry water. The company, Epic Clean Tech, filters, zaps, and purifies the water until it's safe to drink. It's then brewed into Shower Hour IPA and Laundry Club Kolsch. Epic Clean Tech claims the water is actually cleaner than what comes out of some taps and hopes this project will show how reusable water can cut waste and still make a decent beer.
I mean, I think most of your municipal water is reusable, but that water can make a difference in your beer.
100%.
Quite a bit.
Okay, I'm just you can figure out how to take laundry water and turn it into beer, and all the other myriad problems that humanity faces. Like, we are focusing on all the wrong crap at all times.
I don't know, Ryder. I think Ryder would put the priority very, very high on getting beer right.
Oh, I love a shower beer. Yeah.
Oh, I love getting beer right. I just, man.
Dude, I had to stop drinking PBR for maybe like 6 months because they moved their brewing to La Crosse, and then the water tasted funny. Now that they've moved it to St. Louis, I'm back on the PBRs. This is a true story.
Wow.
It tasted a little too sweet.
This is what's at stake, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I stand corrected. Wow.
Oh, that's what I got.
Yeah. My grain belts always taste great, though.
I would bet anything half a dozen people listening right now who are thinking, my kingdom for a woman who can taste the difference between La Crosse and St. Louis PBR. Can we talk sports?
Yeah.
Do we want to? For the first time in 18 years yesterday, the Vikings were shut out.
That's unbelievable.
26-0, as they say, to Seattle. This will be a game that we don't forget anytime soon, as forgettable as it was. I mean, not even 3 points. Just a complete goose egg in an NFL game. Pretty incredible. Now, I mean, it's just mind-boggling to me that Max Brosmer gets the start, goes to Seattle, and honestly looks no worse than J.J. McCarthy initially.
Right.
There's a couple drop balls, which is what we've been doing all year with this great receiver core, but then everything just falls apart. Brosmer with 4 interceptions. That's very Josh Dobbs of him.
Yeah,
we all remember the glory days of the
yeah.
Pastronaut. He had 4 in a game against the Bears a couple years ago.
Yeah.
4 interceptions, 1 fumble. The Vikings with 5 turnovers on the day. But here's, if you're looking for your silver lining, the defense held Seattle to 219 yards. That's the fewest the Seahawks have gained in a game since 2012.
Okay.
Sam Darnold, 14 of 26 for only 128 yards, no touchdowns, and they did have 2 turnovers from the Seahawks. So it was, anyway, that's not much of a silver lining, isn't it? We still got beat by 26.
Yeah.
They beat us by 26, and they scored 26.
God, unbelievable.
I can't imagine. I put on Twitter yesterday, I put up a poll. JJ, Max, or White Flag. That's your 3 options for next Sunday. And White Flag was winning by a boat race last I looked at it.
Kind of like White Flag.
The Timberwolves, boy, what drama kings they've turned out to be. The Celtics on Saturday, big lead late, and what happens? Oh, the Celtics come roaring back at the Target Center. And then finally, however, Coach Finch recognized, oh, you know what? I have 98-year-old Mike Conley here. He should probably play the last 3 minutes of a game. And what do you know? He steadies the ship, hits a big 3, and takes the team through to victory after they'd been dropping big leads, like sort of crazily. Last night, they finally got a big lead and held on to it. They beat the Spurs by 13 at home.
Here we go.
Ant with 32 points. Now, as of yesterday, the club's all-time leader with 30-plus point games.
Oh, no way.
Wow.
Didn't take long.
No, it sure didn't.
Nice job, dude. Victor Wembanyama did not play yesterday for the Spurs. The 7'6", who they say is only 7'4", center out for a week. For all of us who are still waiting to see him live, hopefully he's here next time. Because that's nice. That's a guy you got to see at least once in your life. The Minnesota Wild. Interesting weekend. They beat the Avalanche Friday and then lose to the Sabres on Saturday. That's like you beat the best team in the league and then lose to one of the worst. But they did lose in overtime, so they got a point. How about this? November, 11-1-2, 24 points. That's the best November in Wild history.
There you go.
The Colorado Avalanche into that game had won 10 straight.
Yep.
Okay, they played maybe their best game of the year. The Sabres, here's the thing about the Sabres. They're one of those inconsistent teams. Mm-hmm. They're inconsistent because they've got a ton of talent. They just don't put it together. They put it together against the Wild for a little while anyway.
Back on the ice tomorrow at Edmonton, 8 p.m. The Frost got a win in Seattle on Friday. The news of that is it was the first home game for the Seattle Torrent, a new team this year. 16,014 fans in attendance, the largest ever for a women's hockey game in America.
Oh, very cool.
And we shoved it to them 3-0. So, I mean, it's a win-win. They got the biggest crowd ever, and we got the win.
That's absolutely correct.
But that's pretty awesome that a premier game for a team gets 16,000 up in Seattle. Well done, everybody.
That's really cool.
Who made it out to that game. Hey, South St. Paul. Giving you a little bit of love this morning on a Monday.
I like having you.
Happy Monday, South St. Paul.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Travel hacks. What do you say? We all have, at some times in our lives, we have to travel, and sometimes we have to take the old take to the skies, and man, can it just suck, especially this time of year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, there's all kinds of just good old-fashioned horse sense advice. Monitor your flights at all times. Always get your flight status updates. Put them into your phone the day before so you get automatic notifications.
Yep.
Really helpful.
They overdo it sometimes. Like, I'm getting noticed that they're moving the gate or whatever.
No
it's
such
like,
thing.
This doesn't apply.
All the information. I want it all. I want to know what's happening. Another big thing to remember is if you miss your flight and don't call the airline before they close that door, your flight's canceled. You're starting from scratch. Like, if you're late, if you're running late,
right,
and you don't know if you're going to make your flight and it's 50-50, you might want to just go ahead and call the airline and cancel it, because if you get to the door, if you get there too late, not only is your flight canceled, if you have a return, it's also canceled.
Right.
You start, if you don't make that plane when they close that door, you're out of luck.
Right.
So, just something to keep in mind as you're running through the concourse going, I hope I make it, I hope I make it. You might want to go ahead and just play the safe bet and make sure you don't lose all of the money you've invested in that flight.
I'm just absurd. I get there so absurdly early that...
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm not going to mess around. I don't want to panic. I just want to sit there and chill, man.
My oldest brother, Bob, years ago said, better the bar than the car. As in, better to be at the bar.
That's fair.
Than in traffic in the car, sweating and panicking.
100%.
I am not Johnny on the spot with, if I have a 10 o'clock meeting, I'm there at 10-ish. I never, airport is the one time I just am so pre-engineered to get there way early. I'm totally down with that because there's nothing, I can handle a last minute arrival, rushing, doing this. It's the other people that are going to ruin it for me. I've traveled a lot.
Yeah.
I don't trust my fellow travelers to get the hell out of my way and to not understand how TSA works. I mean, every time I'm pushing it, that's when I'm behind the guy who says, well, why would I have to take off my belt? I mean, that's just
when you're
inevitable.
in a rush. Yeah, 100%.
When I'm 2 hours early, there's no one in line, and I'll take that every time.
Yeah.
My son is on a plane right now. He's getting ready to fly back to Los Angeles. He's actually not here. He's in Nashville. And I told him yesterday, I said, hey, don't get mad at me. He's 25 years old. I go, I'm just going to say, you have a 6:30 a.m. flight. Dude, get there at 4:30. He's like, no, are you nuts? I said, Nashville Airport, a lot of construction.
Okay.
I still, because I still get alerts because I lived there for so long. Nashville's got this thing where every year around this time, most days in the morning, the line goes all the way back to the highway and people get out of their Ubers and walk half a mile or a mile with their luggage because they just can't. It's just a gross amount of construction and malfeasance, and it's a nightmare. And I said, dude, get there 2 hours early. And he got there at 4:30, beat the TSA line, and of course I had to double check. It's already much longer now because we're having this text thing all morning where he's like, you sent me here early. It was fine. I'm like, trust me, this is much better. This is the same kid who missed a flight last month.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Because he overslept. And I'm like, what happened a month ago when you were freaking out?
You sent me early. Everything's fine. Like, that's exactly why. That's why it worked. It worked.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. Man.
So, as much as you want. By the way, the other thing, I probably should. When I book flights, I never buy the insurance.
No.
I've just, because by the way, I have tried to get that insurance from whatever that is one time, and it never happened. They They kept sending me to more forms to fill out, and I did what they wanted. I finally said, it's $170. I don't have time for this. And I just I just said, screw it. And they win. So I was like, screw you. Insurance companies. What's the worst? I imagine we've all had at least one where you look back, your whole day, your whole trip, maybe not ruined, but altered. Ryder, longest ever muck up at an airport.
Oh, it was, and this was the last time that I tried to travel for the holidays, but it was 2006 when I moved to Fresno, California, and I was going to come home for like a 10-day epic Christmas vacation.
Oh, boy.
And of course, there are no direct flights from Fresno, so I had to fly through Denver, and there was a giant snowstorm in Denver, and despite the fact that they have said this airport is completely weatherproof, it was shut down for like 2 days.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And so you were...
I was just stuck in Fresno. I wasn't delayed at the airport.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you got into Denver and then all of a sudden got stuck there.
They were like, nope, sorry, no one's getting on the plane. I did eventually get home. I think it might have even been like Christmas Day or something like that. But I was like, sorry, family, it's not worth it to do this in the future. You'll see me mid-December or maybe mid-January, but I am done with holiday crap.
I get it, man.
That's
Fletcher.
That sucks. You know what? Funny. 5 years earlier for me, 2001, same airport, DIA. I was in Vail, Colorado, working radio there, and was going home for the holidays, same as Ryder. Now, I didn't have the airport shut down. I didn't have the days long. I had the stuck on the tarmac for 2.5 hours thing.
Oh, sure.
You know, it was just, and I mean, I'm not saying I'd rather have Ryder's situation. I'm not saying that at all. But being stuck in a tube for an extra 2.5 hours is, I can't stand it. There's hardly any airflow. It's awful.
It's not a competition, but dude, I got stuck in a tube stories all day long.
Yeah.
I've had some many hours spent on tarmacs going.
Right.
I don't doubt that.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your like sixth worst one then?
Worst one.
Okay.
Worst one was
What's longest?
Summer of 2000. Colin Gorman is 3 weeks old, and I have to leave to go on tour.
Uh-oh.
He's 3 weeks old. We scheduled the tour. We scheduled breaks around the due date. That was nice. So I was at least home for his first 3 weeks.
Okay.
Flying back, I'm in New York City, and I'm going to fly to Albuquerque via Dallas to go back. This is when we were touring with Jimmy Page, summer of 2000. No nonstops from New York to Albuquerque. Had to go through Dallas. It's summer. It's early August. It's like a 1 p.m. flight on a Friday for a Saturday night gig. We push away from the gate, and the pilot, first thing, goes, from the flight deck. This is what he said. There's a massive storm coming in, and we're trying to get out in front of it because we don't want to get stuck behind it.
Okay.
As we're leaving the gate at LaGuardia, where we're then like 19th in line for takeoff.
Ugh.
And all of a sudden, here comes one of the biggest summer boomer thunderstorms you've ever seen. 6 hours.
Oh, no.
6 hours in view of the airport, in view of the skyline. 6 hours just sitting in one of the heaviest storms I've ever seen in my life. Like, southern thunderstorms are a real thing. This was in New York City. It felt weird. I was like, this is not supposed to be happening here.
Yeah.
It was lightning and thunder for hour upon hour. And it was. We sat there from the time we pushed away to the gate till we took off. It was 6 hours. And they did not serve alcohol during those 6 hours after the first hour because they're like, we can't do this. We're just going to get a bunch of drunk people. And so you already have like 3 cocktails and then they cut you off. That just means everyone has a headache. And the whole time, all I'm thinking is, I could be at home with my baby.
Yeah.
I'm like 9 miles away from a 3-week-old kid, and I'm going to not get out of this town until tomorrow. So what am I doing here? Oh, pure misery.
So they had to have not known when you got on that it was going to be that long.
They just had,
right?
I don't know what
they did. Keep getting longer and longer because otherwise, why wouldn't they deboard the plane?
They had incoming flights. They got to get they're like, get away from the gates because we got people coming in. I would always assume it's like we'd rather have who knows what. But it was just relentless, and that's
God, I can't
one of many. But that's always the one that really got me the most. And so then by the time we land in Dallas, then we sit in Dallas for hours. I got my connecting flight because the whole country's backed up because the Northeast was shut down. I got on a plane from Dallas to Albuquerque that left at 2 a.m. and then landed at like 3:30 a.m. and then got to the hotel at 5 a.m. and then it's like, all right, let's rock real soon. You know, it was brutal. And then we played the next night, the first show of the second leg of the tour with Page. It was rocking, and then we flew to L.A. and then he canceled the tour and went home. I left on Friday, got there Saturday.
Man.
On Monday, the tour was over, and Tuesday I was back home. I was
That's
like,
a bummer.
did I need to do any of that? I could have just stayed here the whole time.
Oh, my God.
651-989-ROCK, talking about worst travel cock-ups, as they call them. Joe from Blaine is on the Luther Westside Volkswagen talking text line. Joe, what do you got for us?
Oh, hi. I was stranded in JFK for 24 hours with a toddler and an infant in 1987 because of a blizzard.
Oh, my. A toddler
Yep.
and an infant.
A toddler and infant. I didn't have enough diapers for the trip. I didn't have enough formula.
Boy.
I was young. I was only 20 years old and traveling to Germany.
Oh, my goodness. So is this one of those stories where you say, and the kindness of strangers helped you out, or did everybody just walk right past you?
I happened to know a person that lived in New York City, and I called and said, hey, I need some help. And he brought me some diapers and formula.
Nice.
But we ended up sleeping in the airport. We waited for 24 hours before we could leave. Yeah.
Man,
it was a nightmare.
That is rough. I've had some toddler and infant and 2 toddler delays, but nothing that even scratches 24 hours. I mean, 1 hour extra is a lot. Is a lot on you, and I wasn't doing it alone. Joe, really, great story, and I'm glad to hear you're still in one piece. Woo.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I got to add one thing.
Yeah.
There was at one point when one lady offered to watch my baby while I went into the bathroom.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That was a big no, right?
Yeah, that's a hard no. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate you calling.
Wow, yeah, that's a big fat no.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It is Monday, December 1st, and I have a quick question for you. As it is the 1st of December, there's 31 days this month. I'm going to make you an offer. I'm going to give you $2 billion right now, or I'm going to give you $1, and it doubles every day for the month. So tomorrow's $2, the third is $4, and that number doubles for the entire month. Are you taking the $2 billion, or are you going to double that dollar to a factor of 31? Don't think about it. Just answer it, Ryder.
$2 billion, because even if the factor to the 31 is more, it just makes my brain hurt, and I can't imagine that I would need more than $2 billion.
See, there's that good old-fashioned horse sense working for you.
I'll take the multiples.
What do you think the multiple is? Start with $1 and double the amount every day for 31 days.
Man, I'm bad at math. But let's go with 15, Bill.
It's $2,147,000,000.
Okay.
From $1 to 31 days. So tomorrow it's worth 2. On the 3rd it's worth 4. On the 4th it's worth 8. 1 month of that, you're over $2 billion.
I still feel like I came out ahead because I'm paying less taxes.
See?
Right?
See? I don't
How
know
are you
about
getting
that.
less taxes?
I don't
They
know.
put less tax on lump sums?
Because you got more money.
You have
to pay more taxes.
There's some old story from some king who some guy saved his life, and he said, "I'll give you whatever you want." And he said, looked at a chessboard, and he said, just give me $1 or whatever the currency was for every square on the board, just double it." And the king laughed. He goes, "That's all, sure." And he bankrupted the whole kingdom because, of course, we don't understand math. No one ever has. No one ever will.
No.
But also, my taxes deferred because I took the multiples because they don't have to come up with $2 billion up front.
Fair enough. Glad we could have this conversation. Travel nightmares. Everybody's got at least one story at a certain point when it went awry, and sometimes it's not the airline's fault. Weather is a thing. You know what? It gets in the way. I'd rather not try to land on solid ice than so who cares about the weather? No, I care about the weather. When I'm at the airport and I see storms, I'm like, well, that's okay. Kick back, enjoy it. Thank God we have smartphones now, because back in the old days, it just meant another Sports Illustrated.
Right?
Oh, boy.
But we've been hearing from a lot of you on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line, 651-989-ROCK. We've all shared a few of our own. What else is on the text line, Paul?
Rick from Monticello says, golf trip to Dallas delayed 1.5 days due to fog at MSP. But that's not all. They misplaced his golf clubs at the KC layover. They delivered them to the hotel the night before their last day. Also, no reimbursement. Even though they promised that they would, no reimbursement.
Okay. I've never lost a piece of luggage. I've had one delayed by 3 days. And I landed at home from a tour. I've been on the road in Europe, and we flew back to Atlanta. This is 30 years ago, 1995.
Yeah.
And I landed on, it was like August 1st, bang. Go to the baggage claim. No suitcase, no suitcase, no suitcase. I'm like, come on, man. I go to Delta. Hey, man, you lost my suitcase. I go home. Next day, nothing. Next day, nothing. Next day, nothing. Then I'm flying out to go on tour again, and I get the call that morning. We've got your suitcase. I said, just leave it there. I'll come and get it.
Right.
And I picked it up on the way out again, and then flew to St. Louis and did laundry that day because I didn't have a chance to do it before.
Sure.
Well, yeah, why? Gee, I wonder why.
Gee, it worked out well.
You didn't have to pack twice, though.
That is the travel hack, is I hope on the way home they lose my luggage and then it just arrives at my house. I freaking love that crap.
It's happened. I mean, yeah, that is a great thing when someone just shows up with your suitcase.
Yes.
Sure.
The only thing that would be cooler is if when you land, they go, hey, you in 23C, we don't have your suitcase. Just go home. At least you don't wait for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then you got to, that's a bad thing.
For sure.
Yeah. What else we got, Paul?
One more quick one from Tubby. Pretty simple. If you're delayed, locate the bar and make sure you have your Cheez-Its.
The Cheez-Its, sure. Yeah.
You can buy Cheez-Its at the airport, right?
Sure.
Okay.
And then you sit down at the bar with a bag of Cheez-Its and grab your favorite tall beverage. You're set.
Sure.
Yeah, you can kill at least an hour.
I'm remembering now the stories are coming back because as much as I traveled in the 90s, I flew all the time.
Constant, yeah.
But I've always said I had a really good luck because I don't have like dozens of crazy stories. I just have a few, like a dozen maybe of all of those flights. There was one time we were flying home from Amsterdam. This is back to Atlanta. This is early 90s, finishing a tour. Go to the airport in the morning as you do. It's like a 11 a.m. or a noon flight to Atlanta from Amsterdam. And Delta had just started the Amsterdam to Atlanta nonstop. And we're like, nice.
Yeah.
We don't have to connect. We don't go to London or New York. We just go right home. And we get to the airport and we check in. And then we go to like the bar and we're like, all right, cool. And right away we're told, well, the flight's actually been delayed about 90 minutes. And so then we're like, well, that's okay. And so then now a noon flight's at 1:30. And then by about noon, they're like, okay, it's going to be delayed till 3. And we're like, oh, okay. And then it's going to be delayed till 4. And it just keeps getting pushed back and pushed back. And one of the guys in the crew, his thing was like, well, I'm just going to get so drunk that when we walk on the plane, I'll be able to pass out. And so he got so drunk that he passed out sitting in the airport waiting for the flight, which by 6 p.m., we're still waiting to get on the plane.
Holy hell.
And then at about 7 p.m., this is a noon flight, or maybe even before that.
Yeah.
No, they board us. We get on the plane. They load it up, they close the door, and then we sit at the gate for an hour, and then they say this flight's canceled.
No.
Yeah. So an 8-hour at least delay, followed by board the plane and get on it. Then they say, after a full hour, sorry, we'll take you tomorrow. And it's too
all
late.
weather?
How?
By the way, it's like 8 p.m. in Europe by the time this happens. There's no other flights leaving for the States.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't just immediately say. So we are just like, you got to be kidding me. Now, I just had to go home, but there's people on the plane who are freaking out. They have business meetings. They have like actual important deadlines. You know, if we had been going to a tour, we're screwed, but luckily we were just going home. So we weren't that upset.
Yeah.
So it's like we get off the plane and we're just like losing our minds. Like, this is ridiculous. What can we do? And one of the guys in the band goes, I don't trust Delta. Screw them. He goes, let's get a flight let's go to London tonight. Let's see if we can switch and go to London, and then we'll fly to Atlanta from there. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's the difference? That's crazy. And he just gets it on his head, calls our travel agent. He goes, switch our flights and get us to London, and we'll stay overnight in London, and we'll fly. And he's like raging. And our travel agent's like, well, we can do that. I can put you on this flight at 9 p.m. You can get to London. And then at least, if nothing else, blah, blah, blah. And we end up just doing it. By the way, we're all just hammered and trying to make sense of this. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't the whole it was just a few of us. We didn't have a tour manager, so we were like little kids left on our own in a candy store. So anyway, spur of the moment, we fly to London. Get a hotel in London, stay overnight, get up, go to the airport, fly home, and get to Atlanta. And we get to Atlanta the next day, and guess what? The Delta flight we would have been on didn't fly the next day either.
Oh, no.
They stuck people in Amsterdam for 2 whole days. So it turned out that it was the right move to go to London and add an extra, and stay overnight, blah, blah, blah.
Was this weather, though, or what was it?
No. This was just a complete Delta had a problem with a plane, and there was who knows?
All right.
Not weather at all. But they had people for 2 days. They had one nonstop a day, and they just... they hammered those people twice. Anyway, it turned out to
brutal.
be a good spur-of-the-moment decision that was probably expensive, but who
This
cares?
was in Amsterdam?
Yeah.
What the hell are you going to do for 2 days in Amsterdam?
No telling, man.
Yeah.
Especially back then when it was still incredible.
Nothing you can talk about anyway.
Oh, my God. We're going to go get more hash. We are talking about travel delays, travel malfeasance, oops-a-daisies. What else have we got, Paul?
I don't know why I'm laughing at this. I shouldn't be, but from a 612 number, church mission trip returning from Guatemala.
Okay.
All of us had some bacteria that treated us like food poisoning. Good thing for backup pants and underwear.
Oh, no.
Oh, my Lord.
That's a long flight.
That's the longest flight imaginable.
Yeah.
Man.
Sweating probably, and
I bet I flew from Lisbon to Amsterdam, with food poisoning that was coming on as I boarded, and I made it through the flight with like something's really going wrong here. And by the time I landed and got to the hotel, then it was really
All
bad.
bets are off.
And all I could think was just 1 hour earlier, and they would have had to land the plane somewhere. I mean, it was just nightmarish. Yeah, only twice have I had the literal, honest to God food poisoning when traveling overseas, and both times, boy, it's a doozy.
Matt, what it has had to have happened where somebody is at that point where they can't hold it.
Oh, guaranteed.
But you have to be in your seat.
Yeah.
I mean, is it diaper time? What do they did they give you a plastic bag? What do they do?
No. I mean, you just.
That's when you ignore the rules and just run for the lavatory.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can yell at me all you want. I'm going to go.
What about that
Fair
$250,000 fine?
Yeah, man. Forget that. Screw it.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS Monday morning mixtape time. We are putting together sides A and B. The theme today, what is your theme music for clearing off that driveway? Hit us up on the Luther Westside Volkswagen talking text line 651-989-ROCK. Any new submissions, Paul Fletcher?
Yeah, we got a few. Chris in Bloomington says the long and winding road.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Hey, if you've got a long and winding road, I can see that being perfect. How about I'm Still Standing by Elton John?
Okay,
That's
let's
a good
hope.
call.
Let's hope.
And I love this one from JD in Ellsworth, California Dreamin' by Mamas and the Papas. Good call.
That checks out.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. As a kid, I remember several times getting out the old snow shovel and clearing off the driveway just so we could shoot basketball. A time old, a time honored tradition. It's wintertime. You're sitting at home. You're watching basketball, and you're 13, and so therefore you then have to play basketball and go out, shovel off the driveway. You get about 9 bounces before the ball just won't bounce anymore because it's so cold.
yeah.
And you're like, oh, we gotta go warm it up, and then you go put the ball right in front of the fireplace, and then you wonder if it's going to explode because you don't know how things work. Man, those are good memories.
That sounds like a great memory. Waiting for your basketball to explode.
Dude, it's been a minute since I was shoveling snow, I'll tell you that. Because you know what? Didn't have a driveway. Where we lived in Nashville for 20 years, just parked on the street in our house. And so it was like, I'm not going to shovel the street.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
There should be somebody that does that.
No, God, no. Down there, snow and ice, just wait till it's gone.
Yeah, just give it a couple of days.
There's like one plow for the whole city.
Oh, well, that works great.
Really not prepared. We are putting together a Monday morning mixtape, as we like to do around here on a Monday. Today's theme for the tape, what's your theme music for shoveling that driveway?
It's a good one.
You're clearing out some space, making your way out of the house a little easier. What are you going to listen to get you through? Ryder, you, when first asked what comes to mind, you went deep into the vault.
I did. I hate to pull out the snobby indie rock pick, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I did. Of the 5 times, count them 5 times that I shoveled over our vacation, I did rock this at least a couple. It is Sleater Kinney's Dig Me Out.
Sleater Kinney, Dig Me Out. Man.
That's a good one, though. I like it.
That is a good
Plus
one.
We've only had
too.
like
It's gonna
2
riff.
snows, and I don't know where I'm going to put all this snow on my tiny plot in South Minneapolis. Like, I've already run out of space.
Man. Paul Fletcher, what comes to mind? You first of all, you said earlier Albertville got a lot of snow, more than downtown Minneapolis.
I think we got a bit more than downtown. Yeah, I don't know exactly what we've got, but I would venture to say that we're somewhere in the 10, 11 inch.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit. Yeah, it's up to
very
well,
strong.
maybe that might be a little bit. That might be a little. I would say up to the top of the shins.
Okay.
So I mean, like whatever that is, that's 10-ish inches. I'm guessing.
Fair enough. That's pretty good.
So I needed, and I've got a giant driveway because we've got a garage that's set back behind the house, and so I needed inspiration, and so I thought if it's good enough for Rocky, it's good enough for me.
Ooh, sure. Okay.
A
couple of raw eggs.
Sure.
As you're layering up.
Yeah, I'll do raw eggs, and I'll do the beret that dude is wearing from Survivor while I blow snow. Because I got to go do it today. I haven't done it already. So
I get you.
I procrastinated.
You let it pile up?
Sure. Yeah, you know what?
Dude.
Weekends are busy. Weekends are busy around our household with kiddos playing hockey and whatnot, and then invariably after all of that, laziness sets in.
That'll happen.
Yeah. But it'll get done today.
Steve, what you got?
I went right back to, I went old school. I was kicking it early 80s, Olivia Newton-John. When I think about shoveling snow, giving me a heart attack.
God, I was infatuated with her for a while.
Sure you were.
I mean, who wasn't really?
I mean, hey,
gorgeous gal.
I'll put on the highlights from Grease with the best of them.
Sure.
Take a look, old Sandy.
Yeah.
She
Do you have any?
it at the end of the movie in that leather outfit. Otherwise, boring me to death.
Well, do you have much more than like a couple of scoops on like a balcony to shovel?
I ain't got nothing to shovel, Jack.
Not even. All right.
Nah.
God, it's good living.
That is smart living.
Not saying I haven't done it in the past.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
But these days, no.
That's good.
No, I'm keeping that. I'm giving that to the younger people. Well, as I said, I don't want to have a heart attack.
A little off topic, but I'm curious. Does Chauncey like the snow?
Loves it.
Good.
Oh my God, can't get him in.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Best part of the weekend for me, by far. Opened the closet the other day to get my actual boots to go tromping in the snow.
Yeah.
And what did I discover? I completely forgot that like 8 months ago at an REI that was closing and they had everything on sale. I bought a brand new pair of like winter boots for nothing. And of course, I've never worn them. I completely forgot that I had them. And I looked in there and I was like, what are those boots? And I pulled them out and Rosemary goes, you don't remember buying those? Like, I have no recollection whatsoever. I put them out. They're incredible. And I was like, I have real, I can walk. I can walk to Brainerd in these boots and I'll be okay. So exciting.
Wet socks are the worst.
Yeah.
You said that was the highlight of the weekend, so that trumped having your children in town.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't wait to get rid of them. What are you kidding?
Steve describing these boots, I am hearing the choir of angels in my ears.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So great.
Nothing better than when you forget something like that.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. It was tremendous. Got our Monday morning mixtape locked and loaded. It's the theme music for Clearing That Driveway. Side A. Let's get to it. This one came in early on the text line from a 612. Elton John, I'm Still Standing. Okay, that's more like an after you're done. That's a come down song.
Right, and kind of just rubbing salt in the wound because the video is him on the freaking beach.
That's exactly right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. At the same time, you might need that as motivation. Like, I'm going to be standing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be still standing.
Steven in Apple Valley came in strong. Trapped Under Ice, Metallica.
Oh, it's a great song, but God.
Just those words, Trapped Under Ice, it immediately makes me go like,
right?
Got to get a deep breath.
Early Metallica.
Early Metallica.
Awesome Metallica.
Chris in Bloomington went for the Beatles, The Long and Winding Road.
Can't go wrong.
Thematically, sure. Not really a workout song. Not the kind of song that's going to keep the limbs moving.
But when you're first starting and you're setting up and you're getting prepared, I feel it.
But see, where my brain goes is I think, what was Phil Spector thinking putting those strings on there? See, that's where my brain goes.
Yeah, but you can't have all Trapped Under Ice when you're shoveling. You've got to have breaks you know what I mean? You got to have some texture in your playlist.
It is a mixtape.
Yeah.
We are taking a journey here. John in St. Paul came in with Rush's Working Man. Yeah, okay.
Bonus points to John because it's a 7-minute song, so I feel like I get a lot done in one and only one song.
That's very true. Brandon.
This is well mixed so far.
Brandon coming in with Hair of the Dog. Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
No.
Yeah. Now you're messing with the son of a bitch.
I just love the when they asked the guy, like, why'd you name it Hair of the Dog? And he said, because we couldn't name it. Now you're messing with the son of a bitch. Like they wouldn't let us do that. That makes perfect sense.
You know what, though? Let's all be real. Brandon's in Eden Prairie. Somebody's plowing his driveway.
So there's your side A. Let's flip it over. Side B. Mac D from North Carolina. There you go. Little Akadak for those about to rock.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think he retitled it For Those About to Blow.
For those about to blow. There it is.
Yeah.
We do
Solid.
salute you. Brian, the Neon Guy, coming in. Wow, okay. Steppenwolf's Born to be Wild. Makes sense. A song written by the drummer of Steppenwolf's brother, who had the greatest rock and roll name of all time, Mars Bonfire.
No way.
Wow.
What an amazing
Very cool.
I wish my name was Mars Bonfire.
Everybody does.
You know what? I could change it. I'd be Mars Bonfire Jr.
I like it.
I'll be Mars
I
Bonfire
like
the
it.
Third then.
That'd be fantastic. Jesse had this from Static X. Push
Bring
it.
Wisconsin's own.
Man, so I missed the Static X bandwagon along the way. Yeah.
Hair stood straight up.
Yep.
R.I.P. Wayne Static.
Yeah.
Let's see. Melina had a little Led Zeppelin on there. I guess coming from the land of the ice and snow, it makes perfect
Exactly.
sense.
It's thematic and the energy is there that you need.
Oh yeah. Sure.
That there.
That makes me want to get out in the snow.
Yeah. Suck it, Iceland. This song is about us.
That's exactly right. And finally, Robert, going to cap it off with what could have been every song on the mixtape, one after the other, the same thing. That would be, of course, Frank Zappa's Don't Eat the Yellow Snow.
It's good advice.
There you go. That's very good advice.
You could get a little weary if you're out there shoveling, and you may get confused.
That's right.
And you may eat yellow snow, but
That's very good.
Not if we have Frank Zappa around.
That's a pretty solid mixtape for the day.
It really
Hell
is.
yeah.
Many thanks to everybody. Hey, check this out. Here's something cool. If you want to upload a picture of the best-looking fish that came out of your ice hole last winter at 92kqrs.com, you can put yourself in the running for a shot at tickets to the St. Paul Ice Fishing and Winter Sports Show Friday through Sunday at the St. Paul River Center. We're going to draw one grand prize winner who will get $500 to Reed's Family Outdoor Outfitters. More info at 92kqrs.com, and you guys are going to be over there.
Hell yeah.
We're going to be hanging at the River Center 3 to 5 this Friday, I believe.
3 to 5 on Friday. Sweet.
Right?
Kick the weekend off right.
Man, that's going to work for you. All right, we got a little bit of time left. Just enough time, in fact, for the last word. 49 years ago on this day, December 1st, 1976, Johnny Rotten of the Sex Pistols was performing live on BBC TV for reasons that nobody will ever understand why they allowed that to happen. And he used profanity live.
No.
The press the next day, several different people referred to them as rotten punks.
Yeah, they are. They're just rotten. And you know what? I think they would validate that.
And so the term punk rock had been used before by journalists in general, but nobody had ever embraced it. And nobody ever said, hey, that sounds cool. But then again, the Sex Pistols were not like everybody else. And so they saw that and went, yeah, that's us. And so you could say it really started December 1st, 1976, when they embraced the term punk rock. And ever since then, when we argue about whether Green Day's legit punk rock or not, it all goes back to this day in 1976.
Wow.
I like it.
That's cool.
I like it a lot.
That's a good way for it to come about.
It is a good way. So tomorrow on this show, we're going to play a game called What the... No, it's not called that. It's called Wisconsin, Texas, Florida, WTF.
That's right.
Riders Edition.
Yeah.
We will also be spinning some speed tracks throughout the day. That's always fun. What is this I see about Lisa Miller coming up next?
Lisa Miller is next. I've got a sick kiddo at home and a wife who works, and so I've got a bolt.
Man, well, sorry about the sick kiddo.
She'll be all right.
Thrilled that everybody gets to spend some time with Lisa Miller.
Absolutely.
Lisa's a treat.
Man.
She will do the commercial freedom just after 11:45, as we always do. So.
Righteous. All right, we'll keep it right here then on Minnesota's 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.